Hello students, how are you? I hope you all are fine with your family and you all are doing well in your studies also. Today I am going to discuss the first chapter of physics, the first unit of physics of class 10th, that is light, in which first chapter is reflection and refraction of light. What is reflection and refraction of light? So take your pen and copy so that the important concepts that you have to revise you can note down it. Okay, so as per the board syllabus, let's discuss the syllabus of this chapter. So in this chapter we have to study about the general introduction of the light. Then we will study what is reflection, what is reflection of light, then laws of reflection. Then we will study about images, how the images are formed with the helps of mirrors, with the helps of spherical mirrors. We will study about magnification of mirrors. After that we will study refraction of light, law of refraction, refractive index, refraction of light by spherical lenses, and image formed by spherical lenses. Then we will study about lens formula, which is directly formula is in our syllabus. Its derivation is not in our syllabus. Its derivation is not mentioned in our syllabus. Okay. Then we will study magnification of lens, power of lens. This these are the topics which we have to study in this chapter. Okay, so I hope you get the brief idea about the syllabus, that which topics you have to study with your books, which topics you must have to study, and which topics you have to leave. Okay, with respect to your syllabus. So now we will start our discussion with a brief introduction of the light. Okay, what is light? So we will start our discussion from what is light. So basically if we talk about light, then it is the form of energy. What is light? Light is the form of energy that produces sensation of vision, that produces sensation of vision in our eye, due to which we are able to see the objects, due to which we are able to see the objects placed around us. Okay, so without light we are not able to see any tiny particles of nature, any or the particles, the matters that are in our surroundings. Okay, so light is very important component of our life. So it is important, it is necessary to study about light. What are the phenomena that we study in light? Okay, so the phenomena that we study in lights are basically reflection, refraction, okay, diffraction of light, then interference of light. Okay, some basic these are the phenomena that we study in the chapter light. Okay, so why it is important to study? Because sometimes you had observed that when we are sitting in the dark room, then what happens? We are not able to see the books which are placed in front of us, or any object that we need. We are not able to see that. Okay, but when someone enters in the room and he switch on the bulb, then what happens? When the light enters, when the light glows in your room, then became you come you became able to see all the objects that are present in the room. Okay, so the visibility that we observe is due to light. Okay, if light is not present, nothing will be present. Okay, so this was the importance of light in our daily life. And the most important aspect of light is that in the modern time, light is considered as a source of energy. We and we also know that light is a non-conventional energy resource. Okay, so on the basis of that, we also have to study it, because our Indian government is mainly focused on creating non-conventional energy resources. Okay, but that is the other thing, we will study that in geography. But in this in physics, we will study its properties like reflection, refraction, or and other some properties. Now we will come to properties of light. Properties of light. So what are the basic properties of light? Light rays are electromagnetic in nature. Light rays are electromagnetic in nature. So what does this term electromagnetic means? It means the light rays contains electric field as well as magnetic field. Light rays contains electric field as well as magnetic field. Okay, just remember this point only. Light rays has nature of wave as well as nature of particle also. This is known as dual nature of light. So it is sometimes asked that someone may ask you that what did you understand by dual nature of light? So dual nature of light means light has the property of waves as well as properties of particles. Okay, so this is called dual nature of light. Light does not requires any medium to travel. Light does not requires any medium to travel. What does it means? As we had studied in earlier classes about sound, that sound needs materialistic medium to travel. Sound needs materialistic medium to travel. But if we talk about light, then it does not need any medium. It means without any medium, light can travel. Okay, so light can travel in vacuum also. If it needs some medium, then the sun rays that comes from sun to earth, they were not able to reach the earth's surface, because above the earth above the earth's atmosphere there is a vacuum. Okay, and above that sun is present. So it is clear that light rays does not need any medium to travel. Okay, otherwise the lights from sun were not able to reach the earth's surface. Okay, now as we had studied that light rays are electromagnetic rays. Okay, these electromagnetic spectrums, in these electromagnetic spectrums, the wavelength between 4000 angstrom to 7000 angstrom is the visible range of light. This is the visible range of light, means the light rays that we see, that light has the wavelength of 400 angstrom to, that light has 400 angstrom to 700 angstrom, that has 400 angstrom to 700, sorry, 4000 angstrom to 7000 angstrom its wavelength is. Okay, then next property is that the light rays always travels in the light rays always travel in straight line. The light rays always travels in straight line. Okay, so the visible light is assumed to be formed by 7 colors. The visible light is assumed to be formed of 7 colors, and these colors may be remembered by the word Vibgyor that is written here. The word Vibgyor. V means violet, I means indigo, V means violet, I means indigo, B for blue, G for green, Y for yellow, O for orange, and R for red. Okay, and the speed of light in vacuum is approximately 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. Light shows some basic phenomena like reflection, refraction, diffraction, dispersion, diffraction, interference, etc. Okay, we will study these all topics in detail in earlier classes or in earlier lectures. Okay, now in homogeneous medium, light travels in straight line. In homogeneous medium, light travels in straight line. So we had studied about what? We had studied about what is light and what are its properties. Sometimes it is asked, what do you understand by light? Write some basic properties of light. So you have to remember these points that we had discussed. Okay, now what does the study of light called? Okay, so the study of light is called optics, that branch of physics which deals with light energy and its phenomena. The branch of physics which deals with light energy and its phenomena is termed as optics. Okay, so the branches of optics are wave optics and ray optics. Now what is wave optics? It deals with the wave nature of light and related phenomena. It deals with the wave nature of light and related phenomena like diffraction of light and polarization of light. Okay, so these are the example of wave nature: diffraction, polarization. Okay, ray optics, it is also called geometric optics. It is also called geometric optics because geometrical instruments, geometrical figures are used to represent the phenomena. Okay, so it deals with the concept of ray. It deals with the concept of rays. Okay, sorry. Reflection and refraction are the properties of ray optics which are studied. Okay, now as we know that there are various kinds of object present in our surroundings. There are various kinds of object present in our surroundings. Okay, in that objects are objects are of two types. The classification of object is done here. Objects are of two types: luminous objects, non-luminous objects. Now what do we understand about by luminous objects? Okay, luminous objects, so those objects that produces light, those objects that produces light are termed as luminous object. Okay, for example, sun, star, electric bulb, tube light, candle, torch. Means whatever thing is present, whatever object is there which can produce light, that is termed as luminous objects. Okay, so we will also study sources of light. Okay, sources of light means those objects from which, those sources from which we get light, that are termed as sources of light. So sources of light are also sun, star, electric bulb, tube light, candle, torches, bulbs, etc. Okay, so I hope you all had understand about luminous objects. Now we will move on the next, that is non-luminous objects. So non-luminous object means those objects that do not produce light. Those objects that do not produce light. For example, the objects that are present in your room, table, bed, okay, etc. These are non-luminous objects. Okay, so I think you had the clear idea about what is light, what are the properties of light, then what is optics, then its branches, okay, what is objects, and classification of the object, that is luminous and non-luminous. Now a note is written here. In 1675, Newton first explained about the nature of light. Newton first explained about the nature of light, and in 1873 Maxwell gives the electromagnetic theory of light. Electromagnetic theory, the line or the concept which we had studied earlier, that light is the combination of electromagnetic and light is the combination of electric as well as magnetic field. Okay, so this was proposed by Maxwell in 1873. Now we are going to study the most important topic, reflection of light. We are going to study the most important topic, reflection of light. Now you all had observed that whenever we on the torch and when it strikes any shiny surface or any rigid surface, so sometimes we had observed that the light rays which we had incidented on the surface, that returns back towards us, so this phenomena is termed as reflection of light. Okay, the definition of reflection of light is the returning or bouncing back of light rays, after striking the rigid or the shiny surface. Okay, so this phenomena is termed as reflection of light rays. This is the image that clears the concept of reflection of light. This is the image that clears the concept of reflection of light. In this figure, the ray AO, that is coming towards the reflecting surface, okay, so it is the incident ray. It means the rays that are going towards the reflecting surface, are termed as incident rays, and after striking the reflecting surface, the rays which go away from the reflecting surface, that are termed as reflected rays. In this figure, the ray OR is reflected ray. It is the reflected ray. Now there is a point where the incident ray strikes the surface. Means point O. This point O is termed as point of incidence. Okay. Now the other point, that is normal. What is this normal? On the point of incidence, an imaginary perpendicular line is drawn. That is termed as normal to the incidence point or normal to the reflecting surface. Okay, on the incidence point, the perpendicular imaginary line is drawn, which is known as normal or normal to the reflecting surface or normal to the incidence point. Okay, now we will discuss two important concepts, that angle of incidence and angle of reflection. So first we are going to discuss angle of incidence. What is angle of incidence? What do we understand by angle of incidence? Okay, if we talk about angle of incidence, in the figure we saw that this AO is the incident ray and ON is the normal to the incidence point. So the angle between incident ray and normal to the incidence point, incidence point is termed as incidence angle, is termed as incidence angle. It is represented by I. It is represented by I. So what is incident angle? The angle between incident ray and normal to the incidence point is termed as incidence angle. Okay, I think clear. It is clear what is incidence angle. Now about angle of reflection. So again we see that OR is the reflected ray and ON is the normal. Then angle between normal and reflected ray is termed as what? It is termed as angle of reflection. Okay, it is represented by I. So now I think you are able to explain what is reflection. I hope you all had understood what is reflection. Okay. Now next topic, types of reflection. Okay. So as it is categorized that reflection is of two types. Reflection is of two types, regular reflection and irregular reflection. Regular reflection and irregular reflection. So what does the regular reflection means? Regular reflection means when the light rays strikes the smooth surface, when the light rays strikes the smooth surface, plane surface, then they reflect in a particular direction. Then they reflect in a particular direction. Okay, this is termed as regular reflection, means when the reflection is in a particular direction. Okay, it is termed as regular reflection as it is shown in the figure. If the incident rays are parallel to each other, if the incident rays are parallel to each other, and after striking the reflecting surface, what happens? The light rays are reflected, so the reflected rays are also parallel to each other. Okay, in regular reflection also also follows the laws of reflection. Regular reflection also follows the laws of reflection. Okay, we will study later what is laws of reflection. So irregular reflection, what is irregular reflection? Sometimes many surfaces are irregular in nature, as it is represented in the figure. Okay, now we these incident rays are parallel to each other, but after striking the surface, one ray is going in some direction, other ray is going in some direction, means there is the irregularity in the reflected rays. Okay, so when the light rays are reflected in different directions, when the light ray strikes rough or irregular surface, the reflected rays are also reflected in irregular direction. Okay, so this type of reflection is termed as irregular reflection. This type of reflection is also termed as irregular reflection. Okay, I think you had understood what is regular reflection and what is irregular reflection. Okay, now the very most important topic, hardly it is asked in every second year. Okay, means if 1 year, if in 2019 it is asked, I think in 2020 it will be also asked in some sets of examination papers. Okay, but it is asked every year. So reflection and laws of reflection are very important, so we will discuss here. Okay, in the reflection phenomena, light rays follow some rules. Okay, these rules are observed by some experiments and then they are given. Okay, these rules are as follows. First one is that the incident ray, okay, this is AO, incident ray, reflected ray and normal to the incidence point. Incidence ray, reflected ray and normal to the incidence point, these all lies in the same plane. These all lies in the same plane. Okay, it means when we project the light rays from the projector, then what happens? The incident ray, the reflected ray and normal to the incident point will lie on the same plane. Okay, so this is the first law of reflection. Now what about the second law? As we had studied two angles, first one angle of incidence and second one angle of reflection. First one angle of incidence and second one is angle of reflection. Okay, so according to the second law of reflection, it states that angle of reflection is always equal to angle of incidence. Angle of reflection is always equal to angle of incidence. Okay, so these are the two laws of reflection, means angle I will be always equal to angle R. These are the two laws of reflection. Okay, so it these topics were, were very important to you. Okay, please revise it regularly, and the rest of the topics will be discussed in the next lectures also. Okay, so prepare your notes, okay, and keep revising all the topics. Okay, because we all are working very hard for you. Okay, so work hard, prepare your best. Okay, so best of luck for your studies. Stay home, stay safe, and study well. Okay, thank you.